So for today's video, we're going to be going over bank term loans, and I'm going to be dropping some major game for those who are looking to get high limit business loans for their business and to help with building business credit. So in today's video, we're going to be going over Smart Biz Loans. Now, Smart Biz Loans administers both SBA loans as well as bank term loans. So we're going to be going over some of the different qualifications, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need in order to get qualified. A bank term loan from lenders in the Smart Biz network is a short-term fixed rate loan with stable monthly payments. Funds from these loans can be used in a multitude of ways to help small businesses grow. Additionally, paying off a bank term loan responsibly helps you build business credit. You have offers between $30,000 minimum all the way up to $500,000 in loan funding. The repayment terms are going to be from 2 years out to 5 years, so 24 to 60 months, and fixed interest rates between 6.99% all the way up to 24.99%. You have monthly repayments, so you don't have to worry about daily or weekly types of payments with some of the alternative lenders, and there's no prepayment penalty. Now, in terms of the general eligibility, you will need to be in business for at least 2 years. This also must be a US-based business owned by a citizen or lawful permanent resident who is at least 21 years old with a personal credit score above a 660. So 660 is the minimum personal credit score. However, it is recommended that you have a 680 or higher because you're going to get higher amounts and lower rates. Now, a couple things to consider is what's called the global debt service coverage ratio, as well as the business debt service coverage ratio. So it has to fall within a certain range. So the business debt service ratio is determined by the business income and the business debt. Now, you have the global debt service coverage ratio, which also includes not only just the business income and debt, but also the personal income and debt. Both are required to determine if a business can independently service the business debt. There must be no outstanding tax liens. Business must not have bankruptcies, foreclosures, or outstanding tax liens in the last 3 years. No recent charge-offs or settlements, and current on all government-related loans. The business must have appropriate cash flow to support more consistent and larger loan payments. So this isn't going to be for the startup business. This is going to be for somewhat established businesses. Now, what exactly can you use the business funds for? So this is going to be for general working capital, purchasing inventory, hiring employees, refinancing business debt, as well as marketing. So you could definitely leverage these bank term loans to not only grow your business, but if you have existing business debt that's at a higher rate and less attractive terms, you can leverage the business term loan to get better and more favorable interest rates. Now, as it says right here, there are several common ineligible uses of proceeds for this program. So startup financing, house flipping or real estate development, refinancing personal debt, construction or remodeling, business acquisition, floor plan financing, or delinquent tax payments. Now, what are some examples of industries that are eligible? So hair salons to online retailers, accounting firms, and many other small businesses. Now, let's go over the checklist in terms of eligibility, right? So 2 years time in business with corresponding tax returns. You must be a for-profit business. The proceeds must be used for working capital, debt refinance, or equipment purchases. Individuals owning 20% or more of the business must be a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident. Individuals owning 20% or more of the business cannot work for the SBA and have no felonies. The borrowing business must not have defaulted on any government-backed loan. Now, in terms of credit, and this is for all individuals owning 20% or more of the business, a good personal credit score. So the minimum personal credit score is a 660. They also will do a public record search for business owners. No bankruptcy in the past 3 years, no foreclosure in the past 3 years, no open tax liens or outstanding judgments. Now, I recommend anyone who is interested, go sign up for an accounting software like QuickBooks because they'll automatically generate like your profit and loss and your balance sheet. But you will have to provide 2 years of business and personal tax returns, year-to-date profit and loss and balance sheet, and a business debt schedule, as well as 6 months of your most recent business bank statements. So Smart Biz Loans has two separate programs, right? So they have the bank term loans, but then they also have SBA Working Capital, and we're going to go over each of these, and they do have slightly different criteria. criteria. So when it comes to the bank term loans, typically it's from $30,000 to $350,000, but it can also go up to $500,000 for exceptionally strong credit. Now, I did want to go over some of the barriers to getting funded, right? So one of the reasons could be declining revenue trends in borrower business or affiliates, unfiled tax returns. So that's very important. And also criminal records, businesses or guarantors that are mid-litigation, as well as undisclosed debt. Now, in terms of the SBA Working Capital, you're going to have very similar criteria, right? 2 years in business, for-profit business. So these are going to be very, very similar, but I think the bank term loan is going to be slightly more rigorous than the SBA. Now, some frequently asked questions: what's your timeline to funding? So the SBA loans usually take 4 to 6 weeks to fund, and the bank term loans take on average about 2 weeks. So this is much faster than traditional bank lenders, but not as fast as many short-term high interest lenders. Another important point is, have you filed business and personal taxes in the last 2 to 3 years? So Smart Biz will use these figures to run their cash flow analysis. In addition, they'll need an updated profit and loss statement and balance sheet dated within the last 90 days. You also may want to articulate what you're planning to do with the loan proceeds. So a borrower who has a specific idea for the proceeds is usually more dedicated to the underwriting process, and these can also be vetted against SBA lender eligibility requirements. So again, these are two separate loan programs. Now they have SBA Working Capital that goes up to $350,000, and they also have bank term loans to go up to $500,000. So now if anyone is interested in applying, I've dropped a link in the description of the video. That's all for today's video. Until next time, take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.